Hey there, my name's Nav Tombras.
And I'm Natalie Huynh. We'd like to welcome you back to our spring season of the Daily's Double Shot.
And we think we finally know what we're doing over here. Kat Chow will kick the show off with a short profile on yoga and its benefits at the UW.
We take a look at R.E.T.R.O, an open mic night that happens every first Monday of each month.
Anastasia Stepankowski does an investigation about jaywalking.
Stuart Marlentes shows students how to rent equipment on campus in Tech Talk.
David Chrisman reviews the coming-of-age movie Blue Like Jazz.
We take a look at the Career Center and how you can use it as a resource in light of the recent career fair.
And the men's baseball team takes us on a tour of the new locker room.
All coming up
on the Daily's Double Shot.
Ooh, what is that? Chinese.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. Okay.
Natalie, what are you doing?
I'm practicing yoga.
Oh, that sounds cool. Next, Kat Chow checks out yoga at UW.
For Alicia Gregg, unrolling her yoga mat helped her unroll a new part of her life.
I was feeling lost, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Like most freshmen, Gregg came into the University of Washington a little overwhelmed. But unlike other students, that feeling only got worse.
I mean, I was completely depressed. I mean, the worst kind that you could possibly imagine, and frankly, suicidal at times.
It was clear to Gregg that she needed a change. She'd been doing yoga since she was 15, but it was taking a yoga teacher training class that helped her catch her breath.
Part of that is the mind-body connection and the relaxation effects that can come from yoga. Relaxation kind of involves physiological, measurable changes.
Even more so, what I learned from that program was that I love myself, and all of those things have opened up a million doors for me.
Gregg wanted to open doors for other UW students. Last year, she created Yogis at UW. It's a club that offers students like Gabriella Horowitz cheap yoga classes twice a week.
This is my first year at UW, so I came to Seattle in the fall and kind of had a hard time finding yoga around here.
In just less than 1 year, Yogis at UW has grown to 200 members. Gregg hopes yoga can give her fellow students the same strength to look up.
Thanks, Kat.
Up next, we feature R.E.T.R.O, an open mic night that happens once a month at the Ethnic Cultural Theater.
Love, diversity, and community. All of these words describe an event that happens once every month at UW, and the people involved are students just like us. R.E.T.R.O, Revolutionary Poets, have an open mic night every first Monday of the month, open to everyone. Performing poetry is big, but others who want to participate can sing or rap, play an instrument, and even dance. R.E.T.R.O, as Ryan Trinidad, the president, states, is a place to express yourself. He later goes on to say,
I knew R.E.T.R.O had potential to be really big. I still think it has a lot to grow upon, but I never thought I would be around to see it blow up like this. And we actually have to turn people away now because it's so full, and I never thought we'd have to do that because there'd be times where there'd be empty seats. So that's crazy.
The open mic night has gotten larger and larger, and R.E.T.R.O has begun thinking of expanding to a bigger venue. When talking to Tamar Theodore, one of the hosts of the show, about R.E.T.R.O and what it means to her, she had this to say.
I want to say, love, honestly, because every time I come, everyone, you just feel like it's a family. Everyone comes out to support each other. It's like a reunion every month. You feel like you're at home. It's not even if you don't know some people around you, everyone gets to know each other. Nobody's holding anything back. Everyone comes as they are, and they just love on each other in every way, shape, or form. Everyone who performs, everyone reciprocates to it, and they just show that love and express it.
When attending the open mic night, one can get a sense of this love Tamar talks about. Also, one can see all the diversity. When there, we saw hundreds of different people scattered in the crowd, all there with one thing in common. They like poetry. While there, we also talked to Daryl McKinney, a door greeter for the open mic night, about what his favorite part about R.E.T.R.O is.
My favorite part about R.E.T.R.O is probably the audience, just all the sorts of different people coming together. There's nothing like R.E.T.R.O on the campus. Like, honestly, there's just the different kinds of people. It's just really diverse. Basically, its own community, just of people just coming together and enjoying some good, spoken word or music.
R.E.T.R.O is a place where young poets, dancers, singers, and musicians can showcase their talents, and is a place where you have a voice. When asking Ryan what someone should do if they want to join the R.E.T.R.O team or get involved with the open mic night, his response was,
If you want to get involved, just come up and talk to one of us, or go on our Facebook. It's R.E.T.R.O Revolutionary Poets. There's a period in between each letter of R.E.T.R.O, and then just message, and then you can find us there.
So there you have it. If you like poetry and music and want to do something new, on the first Monday of the month, check out R.E.T.R.O's open mic night at the Ethnic Cultural Theater on the corner of Brooklyn Ave Northeast and Northeast 40th Street. And make sure you get there early, because it fills up quick.
Can you guess what's up next? It's the best.
Nav, I told you we aren't going to do the rhyme thing.
Well, I have to keep talking. Up next, Anastasia Stepankowski's segment on jaywalking.
Oh my God.
Hello, I'm Anastasia Stepankowski. I'm here today at Campus Parkway and University Way, a notorious cross street for jaywalking. We're here today to find out why students jaywalk, when they jaywalk, can they get in trouble, or have they gotten in trouble?
Students at UW, especially students who live in the West Campus residence halls, jaywalking might become a regular routine when in a hurry. We talked to students about what they do when faced with either jaywalking or getting to class late.
Do you normally not jaywalk?
Yeah, usually when there's cars. I mean, if there's a lot of cars, I don't want to get hit. But here I didn't see any cars, so I just decided not to wait.
As long as there's no cars, I mean, obviously I'm careful. And if I really have a lot of time, I won't jaywalk, especially if there's a bunch of people, then I don't jaywalk. But, I mean, if you're looking and there's no cars, I don't really see the harm in it.
Although the action of crossing the street a little bit too early or a little bit too late might save time, there are consequences students might not think about at the time. Commander Steve Ritterizer of the UW PD says the consequences outweigh the benefit.
We all know that there are situations based on the size of our population where people have had a lot of close calls, near misses, and in some cases we've actually had some people struck in bicycle vehicle accidents and also pedestrian vehicle accidents. Ultimately, I guess you could get an infraction, a pedestrian infraction. I think it's about $56 for a pedestrian violation, but that's really not our intent here. Our intent here is to educate people and make them aware of the concerns and potential safety risks.
Why did you decide to jaywalk today?
Because I was in a rush and I just didn't want to wait for the light.
Being late to class is a legitimate concern. Commander Ritterizer suggests solutions to missing material in class and getting in trouble with professors.
I would rather be late than hurt. And so if you're running a little bit late, hopefully you can have an agreement with the professor that you're going to walk in a couple of minutes late. Talk to your professor and say, I'm going to try to be there on time, but you know what, I just can't physically get there without endangering myself, so I'm going to be the person that's a couple of minutes late. The University of Washington Police Department does pay a lot of attention to the safety of students, and we really want to emphasize for people not to be placed at risk and use the safety devices like crosswalks, like lights, and visibility as best you can.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say about this issue?
Not really. I think I maybe shouldn't jaywalk as much as I do. So now actually that we're doing this, I'm kind of thinking about it more, especially because there's a police officer right there. So I might be doing it less in the future, but that's about it.
And what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Whoa, $56 for jaywalking. That's expensive.
It's a good thing it's not really enforced.
Or is it? Up next in Tech Talk, Stuart Marlenta shows us how to rent equipment from the university.
I've talked about a lot of different digital tools here on Tech Talk. Just recently I discussed the many different pieces of photo editing software available. Having software to edit photos or other media is great, but how do you get that media in the first place? With a camera, of course. But on a tight student budget, buying camera equipment is out of the question. In fact, almost all expensive technology is a difficult cost to justify. It just doesn't make sense to buy a projector or professional camcorder for a small number of projects. For these situations, you could always rent, but renting is expensive too. That's where the University of Washington's STF rental program comes in. We all pay a student technology fee as students here at the university, so we should take advantage of it. And one of the best ways to do that is to get free rental equipment from STF. If you'd like to rent a piece of technology, the process is very simple. Start by going to css.washington.edu, the Classroom Support Services website, and click on the STF rental link. Then click Request Equipment Now. This screen is where you select your pickup location. You might have to make a profile first, but just use your UW Net ID and password. Then agree to the student equipment policies. This screen is where you choose the equipment you'd like to rent. To start, select the day you'd like to pick it up. By moving your mouse over different items in the list, you can see what days they've already been claimed. Select the item you'd like, then scroll down the page and click Submit. Then click Confirm to confirm your rental. So when the time comes for you to pick up your rental, just walk over there and pick it up. I'm at the communications building right now, and I set my pickup location to Kane. Race ya! Up. Too slow. This doorway leads to the basement of Kane, where you can pick up your STF rentals. Let's go there now. Just walk down the hallway, and once you reach room 35, come on in. And ask one of these lovely people for assistance. And that's how you rent equipment from STF. Thanks for watching Tech Talk. Direct questions or comments to techtalk@stuartmerlantis.com. We'll see you next time.
Hey Natalie, you think we can use some of that equipment for our show?
Yeah. I want to shoot in HD.
Have nice tripods.
And mics.
Yeah. Anyways, up next, David Crispin reviews Blue Like Jazz.
Hello, I'm David Crispin, and welcome once again to Film Focus. Today, we're looking at Blue Like Jazz, directed by Steve Taylor and based off the book of the same name. Blue Like Jazz tells the tale of a young man named Donald Miller, who has spent his whole life as part of a close-knit religious community as he becomes disillusioned with his life and enrolls as a student at the very progressive R.E.T.R.O College in Portland, Oregon. The transition is anything but easy, and we follow Donald as he spends his first year at R.E.T.R and explores things he never thought about before. Something that's special about the film's camera work and editing is that it isn't special. At all. None of the camera angles or movements are noticeable, and you would always know what the next shot was going to be if you were paying attention to the editing. But you're not. Most films that use these kinds of formal elements are quite limited by them, never really achieving their full potential. Blue Like Jazz is an example of why this way of editing works. Apart from a couple noticeable instances, the camera just gets out of the way and lets the story happen. The cast of this film is somewhat young, though they're all more than talented enough to make up for it. Marshall Ullman, who played a character on True Blood, plays Donald very well, and the rest of the cast stands up to his performance. Names like Claire Holt, Tanya Raymond, and Justin Wellborn may be familiar to some people, but to most of us, these are new faces. I think that's a good thing, since it means there's no frame of reference for how we think these people should act. They simply are their characters.
Is this gonna get weird? Yeah, probably. There's a guy dressed in a Pope outfit pushing a burning shopping cart.
As for how the plot works, I almost find it hard to say anything about. Director Steve Taylor obviously got good performances out of the cast, and the camera work is such that the story is all you're thinking about, but there's something difficult to describe about it. Looking at the film in a bubble, it doesn't look like anything special, but it is. There's just something about this film that makes it just feel right. When watching Blue Like Jazz, I didn't feel like it was a contrived plot. The people in the film felt real. However it worked. Taylor got me to suspend my disbelief more than any other film I can remember. This finally brings us to a discussion of an important aspect of the film, how it deals with religion. The protagonist, Donald, comes from a very religious background. and the film does deal with religion. Now, that will turn some people off to this film from the very beginning. To those people, I would say, give Blue Like Jazz a chance. Yes, religion is an important part of the film, and I'm sure that some of the critics will call this a religious film, but it isn't in my mind. Blue Like Jazz is a true coming-of-age story, but isn't stereotypical. It doesn't pull punches or fall back on the usual characters. As we watch Donald grow up and explore his new world, it feels real, because we're with him finding out there are no easy answers. This film is an honest look at a conflicted life and a young man searching for answers. In case you haven't figured it out yet, I really like this film, and would suggest that you go see it. Whether this is truly a great film, or whether it's just the right thing at the right time for me, I honestly don't know, but you should see it and make up your own mind. Blue Like Jazz came out today, April 13th, and will be released on DVD later this year.
Thanks, David. There's a lot of good movies out there.
The career fair took place just last week.
And in case you missed it and want to know more, here's a segment on how to take advantage of the Career Center.
The search for a summer occupation often culminates spring quarter. Just last week, the university hosted a career fair with over 115 employees in Heck-Ed Pavilion. However, the quest for employment can start long before events like this, and yes, even carry on long after. But where does one start? Simple. The UW Career Center. Situated in Mary Gates Hall, the Career Center is full of career counselors like Patrick Chidsey, who help students find their way in the corporate world.
It's important for students, undergraduate and graduate students, to have services and staff and resources available to help them make informed decisions about their lives, about their careers, about their futures. And the Career Center is all about student success, alumni success.
It sounds great, but what services are actually available to students?
Same-day advising sessions are very popular. We also have scheduled appointments with counselors. Each of us are generalists in terms of the career counselors, and we work with students of all interest areas and majors. Even if you don't have a major yet, we work with students.
Counseling sessions can cover any number of topics. Junior Katie Forsyth tells us about her use of the service.
The first time I used the Career Center was when I was a freshman. I was applying for some small jobs on campus, and I needed some help with my resume, formatting, aesthetically how it would look good, and also keywords, and just a way to make myself look good on paper.
The Career Center also has a significant presence on the web.
So we have a pretty extensive website that has a database of jobs and internships that students find a lot of success with. It's called Husky Jobs. We also have a very active Facebook page and online workshops, online audio workshops, plus a lot of career and professional development information on our website.
For the Career Center, I've really just used the one-on-one help with the different resume advisors, but also Husky Jobs. I don't think a lot of people really recognize that it's directly related to the Career Center, but that's really helpful. You can just go on whenever I have time and peruse different options.
The Career Center also holds informative workshops almost every day and hosts events with employers. Event coordinator Emma O'Neill tells us about some of the upcoming ones.
Coming up, we have a health graduate school fair in May, so that will be an opportunity for students who are interested in pursuing health-related careers to learn about graduate programs for them in the health sciences. We also have an alumni summer programming series coming up in June and July, and that'll be a series of workshops, resume reviews, and an employer networking evening geared specifically at our alumni.
No matter where you are in your professional life, the Career Center is here to help you find your way.
Take advantage of the Career Center. Know that it's there. It's really helpful. The people there are professionals, and as a student who's looking for the future to the job market, it's a really great resource, and it's free for students. After you graduate, you have to pay for the services, but it's included in our tuition.
We just want to welcome students to our center and encourage them to have really the most dynamic undergraduate or graduate student experience possible.
We're really here for the UW community, and we love working with them, so we encourage students to come chat with us.
Man, I think I'm gonna need to stop on by. I really need to find something to do over the summer.
Last up, some members of the men's baseball team give us an in-depth tour of their new locker room.
Hey everyone, I'm Aaron West. I'm a redshirt junior from Snohomish, Washington on the UW baseball team. Just want to welcome you all to our new locker room, 9,000 square feet of fun and enjoyment. Come on in.
My name is Josh Friedendahl, pitcher here at University of Washington, from California, but love it up here.
I'm Jacob Lamb. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Went to Blanchette High School. Played third base, and I'm a junior here at UW. We are going to take you upstairs to the Omaha room and the coach's offices, and yeah, just give you a quick tour. So this is our Omaha room right here. This is where we have team meetings. This is where we'll have team breakfast on a weekend game, Saturday or Sunday. The coaches are having a meeting in there right now, probably discussing the game today against Gonzaga. So we can't go in there, but yeah, this is just kind of another hangout spot for us. Got the big TV. During March Madness, we came up here and we were watching all the games up here. And it's an awesome view of, you know, Seattle. You got the water, you got the field obviously right there, and it's a cool place to hang out.
We had a banquet here earlier to open up the building, and that was real nice. A lot of people came out, and that was great. All the support's awesome. All right, we're gonna head down the elevator that honestly I can say I haven't ridden before, so let's do it.
Literally never use this.
One.
A lot of options here. We're going to.
Let's go one. Give it a shot. All right, all right.
All right, we're back to the lobby. A lot of people know this guy. This is Tim Lincecum. He's a two-time Cy Young winner. Also played here. I believe he played with Little Bridge while he was here.
Won the Golden Spikes Award when he was here. Best player in the nation.
Come on in. We've had a few thefts in the last few years, so we have a high-tech system. You got your fingerprint here so they can track who comes in, who comes out. Just hold it there, the door opens up for you. This is one of the entrances to the locker room. Come on in here. So right here we got all the sinks. People come in here, they like to gel up before road trips. You gotta look good. We gotta wear the slacks and a nice colored shirt. We wanna look good, represent the UW well. So we got the gel here. One of our guys, Adam Simber, don't tell him that I'm gonna tell you this, but he's a little bit of a germaphobe. So we got these fancy towels that shoot him out after so you don't have to roll it up because he doesn't like to touch things. So he likes that. I think that was put in just for him. Back here, you got the urinals and the number 2 spots, whatever you want to call it. This is where you come in after you have a pregame meal and take a pregame potty break. And we got the showers back here. Great showers, stay warm all the time. Guys like to have soap fights with these. You can wash the soap pretty good, but I can't stay away from that. I just like to come back here after a long game, relax, loosen up, and then I can go straight from here, put some shorts on, go in the training room, get ice, and then head home for the night. All the baseball guys here are pretty good at ping pong, so we got some pretty good matches. Come in here, you change, relax, watch TV, you got the stereos, couches. These lockers, brand new, everything's brand new. We got all our sayings. Our biggest one is our strength is our commitment, and play hard, play smart, play together, play as a team. You win as a team, you lose as a team. Our old locker room lockers are about half this size, so it's pretty nice. We got the undercover area. You can put everything that you can't fit up here. All right, this is my own personal locker, number 14, obviously. I mean, pretty good number. Up here, I got my hats, all my hats ready. We got a new one this year, which I like a lot, is our pinwheel hat. We got the gold, white, and purple in the back. Looks really good with our white bottoms and gold tops. Right here, we got the pinstripe pants, and also the pinstripe jersey, which we'll be wearing today against Gonzaga. We got the game jacket, the game pullover. Stay warm out there because it gets cold in Washington. It rains a little bit if you haven't noticed. And on to the mudroom. It's where we keep all our cleats and our turf shoes if they're dirty or muddy. We don't want to attract all the mud into this great, wonderful carpet we got. We got a little saying right here. It's from Eminem, Lose Yourself, the song. Works for baseball players. You gotta control what you can control, and if the opportunity comes, you gotta take advantage. So here we got all the cleats in the mudroom. As you can see, they're pretty dirty. We don't want to track all that into the carpet. And we come over here, we can sit down, put our shoes on, head straight out, come back in, take them off, put them there, walk with our socks back on the carpet and be fine. That keeps it really clean because our old locker room was dirty. And this thing, we want to keep clean because we love it. We got all our helmets and our bats here. And this door right out here takes you out to the field. Got our dugout and our field right there. It's game time when we go out this door. Game time. Let's go take a tour to the video room. And also the study room, which is very important because we're student athletes. This is our study room. We got 3 computers. You can do homework, you could Facebook, which is homework tests sometimes. Walk a little bit further down the hall. I'm not sure if this is open today. Oh, it is open. Come on in here. This is our video room where we can watch replays of pitchers or hitters and just kind of get an edge up on the other team. It's really, really nice to be able to come in here and kind of analyze how you pitch and how the hitters react to your pitches. Helps a lot.
Yeah, we gotta get ready for our game. Zach is coming in 2 days. We gotta get prepared. You guys gotta leave. Can't have you here anymore. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for watching. That's all we've got for you today. Make sure to watch the show on Fridays at 9:30 p.m.
And on Saturdays at 7 p.m. You can also check us out online at youtube.com/thedaily.
I'm Natalie Quinn.
And I'm Nav Tombros. We'll see you next time
on The Daily Double Fact.